Hey guys, Untitled HD here. Time for another Ticket Tuesday. Yeah! Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. As you can see, blue skies. It's been a while, and I'm happy, so that's why we're putting it there. And we just watched Cyrano, a Joe Wright film, which has Peter Dinklage in it playing Cyrano, and it's a tragic love story, and it's pretty good. It's a musical, which I didn't expect it to be a musical, but it was, and it was pretty good. I'm not a giant fan of musicals. I don't hate them, but it was pretty good, and I'll tell you why back at the house.
Pleasure to meet you, Cyrano de Bergerac.
You're a freak. Freak.
My dearest friend, I'd be very angry with you if you died.
My sole purpose on this earth is to love Roxanne.
Does she know?
The world will never accept someone like me and a tall, beautiful woman. My fate is to love her from afar. We must let her decide our fate. She must have the choice.
Hey guys, Runtime HD here, and welcome to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. Today we watched Cyrano, directed by Joe Wright, starring Peter Dinklage as Cyrano. It was a tragic love story it was a musical with a tragic love story as that's the thing about it. But yeah, and I don't watch that many musicals. I don't watch a lot of musicals, but I thought this one was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I genuinely didn't expect this to be a musical, but I was fine with it because it's not like how some musicals are where, they sing the whole thing, right? Like, they sing the whole thing, which I don't have a problem with. It's just I prefer normal dialogue. I just prefer some normal dialogue spoken normally. So this movie was like a movie, but just with songs in it, which is what a musical is. But there was normal scenes that weren't singing, though. There were normal scenes in there, which some musicals don't do, as I said earlier. Well, although I never, cried in this, there were a lot of emotional moments in this movie with the love story that I think did its job. I think the emotional scenes, I felt bad. It was sad. As I said, I didn't cry, but...
Liar.
You didn't hear it.
Just kidding, go ahead.
But, yeah. The emotional parts were good. The emotional things were effective. Effective emotional segments. Yes. It was 1890s is when the original story was released as a play. I don't know much about that, but I do think the love story was fairly well written. I was decently invested in it. I was pretty invested. It felt pretty believable in the sense of when it took place in the movie. It took place in it was the 17th century. It was 17th century Paris, and yeah, I think it did its job well. It was well written. Oh yeah, it was also pretty funny too. They had some good back and forth with the characters. I think that really added to the movie. During the end of the movie, there wasn't much comedy because it was the emotional, sad part of the movie. But I think it was pretty funny at the parts where it wanted to be. The fight scenes were pretty good for the scarce moments when they were there. So there was also 2 fight scenes in the movie that I thought were good too, where Peter Dinklage, the first fight scene was at the beginning of the movie where he fought a guy, I don't remember his name, but he was fancy powdered wig dude. And he challenged him to a duel on a stage after he, scared away the guy on stage with a sword. And then they fought, And that was a pretty comedic fight. But then the second fight, where he got jumped by like 10 dudes in an alley, that wasn't very comedic. Because, yeah. Well, he fought these 10 guys, and it was pretty good. He, like, took down a lot of them until it looked like they had the upper hand, and then they didn't. It was a good fight scene. Well, I just liked the choreography. I liked the cinematography as well. It was well shot. It was well choreographed. I liked the way, like, that he fought the dudes. And there was there's not a lot of blood, you know? There's not a lot, but there was a point where he, like, slit a dude's throat with his sword, and, like, you could, like, faintly, like, briefly see, like, his blood fly over the wall. It was great. And then also at the end of the fight, these 3 dudes, they, like, grabbed him with a rope by his neck, and they dragged him up. And then, like, you don't see it, but, like, you see at the bottom of the balcony, and you just see one after the other guys being thrown off the balcony. It was great. It was really cartoony. I liked it. I think the end of the movie was sad, and I won't spoil it, but I thought that it wasn't satisfying. It was just kind of like, I think it did a good job of wrapping up the story. It was a ending that was both sad and satisfying. I thought the ending was appropriate for the movie. I don't think this movie made me want to watch more musical love stories because, as I said, I'm not just like openly looking for musicals, you know? Because, I don't know, I don't hate musicals, but whenever, like, it's just a normal scene and they just start singing, I'm like, that's kind of weird. I don't know, I think that's just me, but it's not bad, it's just kind of jarring to me. I do not want to watch a bunch more love stories, especially. I'm not that interested, unless they're funny.
So, romantic comedies might be up your alley.
Not really. Like, not exactly that. Not rom-coms, dude. That's for, like, not me, dude. I don't mean that kind of way. I'm just saying if they're, like, interesting enough for me to want to watch it.
So, what I get from that is that your new favorite genre is rom-com.
Fucking asshole. No, okay, you know, I'm not openly looking for romantic movies, love stories. This movie did not make me want to do that because I don't really like romance movies. It's just not for me. But it doesn't mean that I hate them. I still enjoyed it, but I did still enjoy it, even though it's the genre itself is not my cup of tea, personally. But, you know, sometimes a cup of tea can surprise you. Okay, you know, I'd probably rate this movie a 7 out of 10. I just really like Peter Dinklage. He's a good actor. I like him, and it's good. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, talk to friends, share it, like, whatever, subscribe. But you know, I didn't mean any of that. I hope you guys hated this video. Unsubscribe, dislike, and tell me how much you hate me in the comments. Signing off. Why are we still recording? We're just gonna walk to the house?
We're gonna walk to the house.
We ain't walking to the house. That's like a 30-minute walk.